Hello everyone, my name is Mrs. Thompson, and this video lesson is a 21st century after-school session for the Jamestown Public Schools. This session is geared towards students in grades 1 through 4. During this lesson, we're going to be reading a wonderful book, and it's called Who's the Grossest of Them All? It's absolutely fantastic, and you're going to learn a lot of new words. So, some of the new words that we're going to learn today are right here on my blackboard. Or my whiteboard, excuse me. The first word we're going to learn is distinguish, and that means to recognize or treat as different. Impossible means not able to occur. Loathsome means causing hatred or disgust. And discern, which means perceive or recognize. So after we finish reading this fantastic book, we're going to write a summary, which is basically writing a couple of sentences telling what this book is about. So why don't we go ahead and get started with reading. Who's the Grossest of Them All by Susan McElroy Montanari and Jake Parker. Who's the nastiest, most horrible creature in the forest? Growled Goblin at his own reflection. I am, he declared, adjusting his hat. I shall take a stroll through the forest so that others may appreciate my horribleness. As Goblin passed Witch's house, she took one look at him and she slammed the gingerbread shutter shut. How rude, he thought. As Big Bad Wolf cowered behind the oak tree, Goblin tipped his hat. The wolf scurried away and tucked his tail between his legs. Goblin came to a river. Stepping onto a bridge, he heard a strange grumbling coming from below. What do you think that strange grumbling sound could be? I'm not sure either. Let's find out. It says, "Who's that tromping on my bridge?" A grumbly voice rumbled. It is I, Goblin, the nastiest, most horrible creature in the forest, Goblin answered with a wave of his hand. Impossible, the voice boomed. I, Troll, am the nastiest, most horrible creature in the forest? Ha! Goblin snorted. Prove it. Troll spit into his hand and ran them through his matted hair until his gnarled strand stood straight up. Great gooseberries! You are hideous, Goblin exclaimed. And you're completely grotesque, Troll marveled. I've never seen anything like you. I have to admit, I can't decide which one of us is viler, Goblin said. Shall we find someone else to judge? Troll suggested. Before long, a man and a goat came clip-clopping by. Good sir, Goblin bellowed, would you be so kind as to distinguish which one of us is the grossest? Which one do you think he's going to pick? I don't know. Let's find out. Peeking over Goat's shoulder, the man stuttered. You're both utterly horrifying. Troll pulled back his blueberry lips. Goblin made sure all 152 of his glittery teeth were on display. Choose, he hissed. The man pointed at Troll. Since puke purple is my least favorite color, I would have to say you're the most disgusting. Is that the one that you would have chosen? Would you have chosen Troll? Let's see. Troll let out a hoot and did a victory dance. Thank you, he shouted as the man and the goat hurried away. Congratulations. Goblin said as he held out his hand. "You win." Seeing the wretched look on his rival's face, Troll said, hold on now. That's just one person's opinion. Perhaps we should get another." Soon an old woman pushing a wheelbarrow came to the bridge. "Hello, madam," said Troll, startling her. "If it isn't too much of a bother, could you please discern which one of us is the grossest?" From beneath the wheelbarrow, the woman studied Troll's slimy skin, greasy hair, and then turned and squinted at the bulbous nose and dangerously sharp lips of Goblin. At last she said, "You're equally loathsome." What if I do this?" Troll jammed his thumbs in his ears and wiggled his fingers. Then he stuck out his tongue and blew raspberries. Gasping, the woman turned away. Not to be outdone, Goblin put his hand in his armpit and pumped his arm up and down, producing a ghastly sound. Oh my goodness, these both have horrible manners, don't they? Oh, that's awful things to do, isn't it? Yuck! Let's see what else they do. The woman pointed at Goblin and fled. "Ma'am! Madam!" he called after her. "You've left your pumpkins!" "I don't think she cares," says Troll. "Anyway, that one goes to you. Congratulations." 2 out of 3? Goblin asked. Troll agreed. So let's see what happens. Before long, a small child carrying a basket came to the bridge. "Try not to scare her," Goblin whispered. "Right," Troll rumbled. "Excuse me, little girl," he said in his most pleasant voice. "I'm not a little girl, I'm big. What do you want?" "We would like to know, which one of us is the grossest?" The little girl put her finger up her nose. Oh, yuck. Should we do that? Should we stick our fingers in our nose like that? No, that's yucky, huh? "Which one of you is grosser?" she repeated, twisting her finger around in her nose. "Let me think." She pulled out a big glob of green. Ew! And tapped her chin, then pointed at Troll. "You're totally revolting." "Thank you," Troll said, leaning away. The little girl's finger curled back to pause precariously close to her mouth. Then she waved at Goblin. "You're really repulsive, too." "You're very kind." Goblin shifted sideways. The little girl stared at the two of them, wagging her finger back and forth, until finally she swiped her finger down the front of her dress. "The grossest one is..." Goblin and Troll grabbed each other. "You!" they screamed together. Oh, that was pretty gross, huh? Can you blame them? They were rude and nasty, but that was pretty gross what that little girl did. Let's see what happens next. Troll dove over the side of the bridge, landing ker-plop in the water, and swam furiously away. As Goblin followed, his hat tumbled from his head and landed near the little girl's feet. The little girl shrugged, picked up her hat, and stuck it on her head. "I win," she declared, and skipped merrily all the way home. What did you think about that story? I thought it was pretty funny, even though it was really gross, and it shows us what we shouldn't do when it comes to manners, right? Well, I really hope you enjoyed this book. Why don't you go ahead and grab a piece of paper and something to write with, and can you write me a few lines as to what happened in this story, or a summary? telling me what it's all about. And you can share this story and your summary with your family and friends. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, my name is Mrs. Thompson, and this was a 21st Century After School Session for the Jamestown Public Schools. Have a fantastic day.